Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have a special video for you today, and this is aimed at foreigners who immigrated into Western countries, good for them, and for the native citizens of those Western countries. The foreigners, the immigrants, will understand what I'm saying in a second, and maybe in this case my fellow Americans might not understand what I'm talking about, and that's why I made this video. I would like to show you something that looks very benign, something that for an American, for instance, in my case, not me, but someone who was born here and lived all his or her life in United States of America, will not find this strange. Will find it so what? But for us, this is strange and fantastic. I'm going to give you an example. I have a video about 15 seconds and I have about 5 pictures of the video. And how should I put it? This is just to show you what you have and we don't have. And it's because I will talk about it later. So I have this right here, and this is a toilet, right? At an outhouse, at a regular, how do I call it? Park, national park. And you go over there and you do what you need to do. And I will show you how Americans keep and have their outhouses. And I will contrast and discuss with how I had when I was in Romania, and pretty much a lot of people who come here have it. Ready? This was yesterday, Sunday, okay? It was just a regular park. Let's go to it and I'm gonna start it. All right, my fellow Americans, let me show you something that you live with and people from other countries don't live with. This is a you see this? It's full. You see? You see that? You see all that shit full? You see that extra? You see that? Is that toilet? You see that? Now this is something a lot of us coming from different countries don't take for granted. This basic outhouse in the middle of a little park, this smells good. Not a toilet, but that. All right, my friends? Now, this is America, part of it. So, clean with extra rolls of toilet paper. No one took those rolls. It was an extra over there. I guarantee you that a lot of us who enter that have the first feeling of, oh my God, I should pocket this. I should take it with me. Why? Because where we come from, you don't find any. So when I go to a public restroom somewhere, first thing I'm doing, if I need to do something else, I'm looking, is that toilet paper? Is that or not? Why? Because it might not be. And you go, sit down, do your thing, and then like, what? When I was in college in Romania, I remember, and Romanians know exactly what I'm talking about, I was in Bucharest, the capital, and we had, it's called Piața Universității. That's the university's square. And you go underneath, so you cross the street, underneath the road. And over there, there's some public toilets. And I had to use it one time, I have to tell you that. And when I went over there, there was no toilet paper, and it was a woman paid over there to stay over there and to give you know how much? She gave me 2 pieces, 2 squares for my shit. And I paid for those 2 squares. Now, that for me is not the that one, it was 20th century. But it was not the 21st century. Actually, no, it was 21st century. No, it wasn't. It wasn't 21st century. It was 20th century, at the border. So that was the level. I went to Romania nowadays. You don't find paper, toilet paper over there. It's dirty and extra. No, no. Now, maybe, and did you see that hand sanitizer? It was full. It was not like dry, nothing there, smeared with shit. Now that's what I call, from where I come from, normality, saying civilization. But where I come from, that is not even a Hilton hotel, I think, doesn't have something like that. I'm exaggerating. I'm irritated because I look at these guys, how they can keep it this way. And there's a person paid to do that, and the people keep it clean. Don't steal shit. That's in the middle of nowhere. Have you seen how many cars were over there? I'm going to just show you some pictures over there, if I may. Let's see how I get there. It's a little bit tricky because the first time I'm doing this little thing with this little program here. So let's get to this. I'm going to go to this picture. Come on, let's go. So this is the outhouse, you know, clean, nice, straight, no shit on the handle, anything like that. Nothing dirty, beautiful. And I was with some native-born Americans, and they were laughing when I was taking these pictures and I made this video saying, why are you crazy? What the hell? Look at this. 3 rows, my friends, still there. And this is an extra. You can just grab it and take it with you. That's open, and guarantee you, in this one was not smelling. It doesn't smell. Doesn't smell. There's some women that would not enter. Oh my God. Well, you should come where I come from and see how that is. Let's see this one. You see over there? There is the rolls. They're extra freaking roll. Those over there. 3 of them. And they have a little, how do you call it, lock over there. But if you want to take how much you want, I guarantee you that. We Romanians will let this empty in no time with all that lock. But hey, I'm irritated because I'm looking at the Romanians and say, why can't we do it? That was one reason why I left, by the way. Extra roll, extra. I'm sitting there, my friends, sitting there. Can you believe it? Yes, you can believe it. You can believe it. And the last one is where is it? Come on, start. This is where this is full. This push, and it, no dirty, nothing like that. And it comes with what it needs to come. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people coming here, you see, my fellow Americans, you have this as normality, I would say. We didn't. We didn't. That was another reason why I came in this country. Because I said, I'm in the 20th century. I don't have hot water. I have everything in my apartment, everything. No hot water. Gas a little bit whenever they give me. Air conditioning, nothing like that. Not enough food in the 21st century. Go to the toilet and you find no toilet paper, no soap to wash your hands, no water to coming over. I remember when my parents came here, and the same thing they said. The same thing they, and believe me, we don't come from the top of the mountain or from fucking woods or a cave. No, we were intellectuals living with this kind of shit. How is that we, the Romanians, cannot have the minimum? This is the fucking minimum of a society. Minimum. Now, I'm not saying that you don't find places here in the United States where it's dirty. Yeah, I went to California, but you still find toilet paper. California, dirty. But anyway, the dirtiest state I've been about 42 states out of 50, so I've traveled a lot, okay? So now, no, it's California was kind of like Romania. Why? A lot of diversity, I guess. They go our way. So yeah, get more like us, you're gonna have a California shit. I'm irritated because I was born in a country and I saw things that I should not, and I said, why can't we do it? Why can't these guys do it? And they can't do it now. They could say, well, it was the communists. When I was to college, it was not a communist country anymore. It was poor. If you're poor, doesn't mean that you can't keep stuff clean. It doesn't mean that you have to steal if you're poor. That was not yours, the toilet paper. I mean, I have so many examples going with Romanians here. And let me tell you a story, and maybe I told this before. I went with a guy who was a priest in Romania. He was a priest, you know. Whew. And we went cherry picking. And, you know, you go over here, and what they find? I find a It's unbelievable. Unbelievable for Romanians and believable for these guys. Maybe not the ones that live in the cities with all those diversity. Anyway, so I went to this cherry picking place and I like tarts, sour cherry. So you pick the cherry, you go over there, and it was no human being. It was a private property. You just signs. You just read the pick. You take the little bucket, put it around your neck with the bucket, and you put cherries. And it says over there, for this bucket you pay $5, for that bucket you pay $7 or something. All right, and you do it. There's nobody watching you. There's no cameras. You're in the middle of nowhere, in an orchard. You eat how much you want. You take a shit how much you want over there. Okay, nobody kicks you out. America. And I went with these friends of mine and the family. And how do you pay? First time, you went over there and where the fuck we pay? Well, we read. Pak. I said, you have this. It was a plastic tube. How do you call it? Pipe. Plastic pipe with a cover. It was a little place over there where you can stick your money. You put the money, the cash, you put cash, how much it says over there. You had 2 buckets of $5, you put $10. You had more than that, you put over there. And you stick it in and it drops in there. And the owner comes later and unlocks the whatever, takes the money. Beautiful, civilized, trust, humanity. The priest asked me, hey Emil, do you think that if I just put my money like this, they will know how much I put in? The first fucking question. I said, you know what, man? Whatever your conscience lets you, whatever your God allows you to do. He said, what, do you think they will see if I put anything? Man, don't talk to me. I told him, you destroy these guys' culture, trust, way of being. Next time with more people like you, these guys will not have this. And we have people looking for you. Hey, how much you put over there? What did you, like Romanians? You don't like it? In Romania, you would never find something like this. Unless that is going to be 3,000 people watching you with cameras and, hey, this is us. This is us. Can we change that? Well, with that guy, and that guy came to United States of America, was he an asset, you think? Was that guy an asset coming here? The priest guy, former priest guy. No, he was not an asset. And you have many like him. I have many examples like this where you get embarrassed. That's why when I go somewhere, someone asks me, hey, where are you from? I'm afraid to say I'm from Romania because you don't know what those people met. If they met 5 priests like this guy, say, oh, this is another thief, is another piece of garbage. But you know what I say? You know what? They can think that way, and I will be the way I am. Maybe I will change. I say, well, maybe this is a different kind of Romanian. But remember, that little outhouse toilet, starting from there, let alone throwing stuff on the floor and so on the ground. They do it here too. They do it, but not like the same. You want me to tell you stories? I have tons of stories. Doing all kind of garbage. So anyway, these Americans that I went with over here, some friends of mine, they laughed when they saw me going with the camera. What are you doing, Emil? Well, I'm gonna just make a video later on this. And I went the camera and did all that. That's why, this is different. This is different, my friends. So if you think that getting all these people like me in this country will just create the same kind of culture that you guys created here, I don't think so. And otherwise we would do it over there, and we don't. Why is that? You don't need money not to steal. You don't need money not to wash your hands or not to smear your shit on the walls or write all kind of words on the walls. You find that in public restrooms and so on, rest areas and so on. But still, you have hot water, you have toilet paper, you have either you have paper towels or you have air, which are drying your hands. You have water all the time. You have soap. You have mirror, and it doesn't stink. What's so hard? I feel embarrassed for them. That's why I said, you know what? I'm not going to stay with you guys here. You stay over there, and you create your own bullshit. I don't identify with that kind of garbage, but anyway. I can say more than this. It's just my fellow Romanians, that is a regular outhouse where you take a shit somewhere in the woods, okay? What's so hard? What's so hard? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Let me tell you another story, now that I'm already done. Vlad the Impaler, the one that I like, one of my idols, this is what he did with his Romanian fellows, all right? He had in the capital a well. You get water, and people come and get water, and travelers and merchants. And he placed over there, Vlad, a golden cup. And he said, if I drink out of golden cups, the Romanians, my people, and the travelers, everyone should drink of a golden cup. And he left it over there. I said, who takes that? I'm going to. And he did. And that cup stayed over there. Nobody dared to steal it because Vlad would impale you. And they learned. The day Vlad died, the cup disappeared. That's how the legend goes. So they didn't learn anything. So it seems like Vlad had that done with the threat of that. Do we need that? Do we need that? I'm pretty sure that former priest will not dare to steal or to not to put enough money in that little pipe if Vlad would be around. Only like that we are able to civilize ourselves, only like that. And the ones that don't like my video right now, they should look in the mirror or change something. I don't give a fuck. I'm so mad because these guys can do it. What's so hard? Shame. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.